Hello and welcome to our AMA. Today we're gonna explore Guru Network orchestration nodes and its multi-chain interoperability. Orchestration nodes are pivotal within the Guru Network ecosystem, serving as the backbone for DApps, smart wallet frameworks, Web3 automation runners, and more. Our ability to deploy these nodes across various blockchains, orchestrating messages and value transfers via BPMN processes, and leveraging Chainlink CCIP protocol positions us in the market pretty uniquely. This interoperability allows processes on any chain where an orchestration node is deployed to facilitate bridging and seamless interactions. But more about it, our CEO will talk about in details right now.
Yep. Thanks for the intro. All good with mic and everything, because yesterday on Twitter stream I tried to connect it from the same device and there was a problem with mic.
Everything is perfect.
Perfect. Hey everyone, it's Evgeny here, CEO and founder of Guru Network, and today we're gonna go through what's been in last week. What kind of partnership we have, some news all about Guru Network, where we're evolving, and of course we'll talk about architecture as well. We got some new ideas polished in regards of how we would integrate with CCIP protocol, with Chainlink, and how that would power up our future ecosystem of multi-chain AI compute. That's going to be the discussion today, and we would also go through some technical workshop today, and we prepared that workshop on our indexer, and for the indexer we have it open sourced. There is Guru framework here, and that's our orchestration nodes and all the network stuff, and there is Ethereum ETL here. That's our open source indexer, and it's based off very well known in the industry Ethereum ETL, which is initially was developed by Nansen, by Evgeny. We had a conversation with him actually several months ago, how we modified their indexer and how we want to contribute to the indexer as well. And now we're doing those first steps, and we publish an indexer here, and we'll go through it in the end. Like Evgeny, another Evgeny, too many Evgenys around. Evgeny, our senior backend engineer, would talk about how to run the indexer and how to basically get data from any blockchain into in the format we have it internally, and that's one of the core components of our system. And we open sourcing it, and as I said, it's based off Ethereum ETL, which is developed by Nansen and Google this times. And on top of it, we developing our extension, which is basically giving you all the in case of Dex Guru data, it's giving you all the DEX's data, like pricing, volume, liquidity, balances of ERC20 tokens, NFT transactions. So everything coming out of our version of it. And Evgeny later, another Evgeny, would go through it. Besides that, we wanted to start from what happened last week, right? What happened last week? We have 50 people already. It's 5 minutes. Let's start from the news. So last week we published our initiative for infrastructure, and for the infrastructure in here we basically explaining in details our roadmap and how we're going to build this multi-cloud on premises, whatever it is, infrastructure for future ecosystem of participants who would be running orchestration nodes, running individual agents, where those smart wallets are, which are running orchestration nodes as well. So here we say that we have a version of it internally. Let's say it's like proof of concept, and that's the infrastructure of which our own clusters are right now running, and our own products. And we going to productize it, making it available for everyone, and that's the plan on infrastructure level, technical plan, which we're going to implement. Then we have an idea of how we are running LLM models, and we did whole AMA session on how we're going to run LLM models. And later, actually, like yesterday, we had an AMA with Subsquid on Twitter Spaces, and it was like a panel where we were discussing different aspects of like future of AI, how it all connects with blockchain data, and some good ideas were dropped in there. I actually like the discussion in regards of what could be as a niche for blockchain and AI space, and so on and so forth. And basically, everyone agreed that the niche could be in decentralized and what's actually centralized in AI space right now. So everything belongs to all AI we see. It basically goes through different cloud solutions, which is provided by GCP or AWS, or it goes through like OpenAI, or like other than that, lots of the projects actually starting to use open source models and running them somehow, and there are different solutions for that. And we ourselves developing such solution and using such solution because we're already running those models. And all around this is basically decentralization of where you run the models, as well as like all those initiatives from. I have more light. No, it's better probably. Other initiatives like embedding AI chips into the devices themselves. What it means is basically everyone expecting to have your own agent running on your device, and then applications which are running on those devices would be able to utilize those chips. And that means like those possible solutions and architectures where we discussed what is smart wallet, how it could basically operate as a wallet and at the same time as a LLM agent runner, which works only with your data and nothing else, right? And then even if you need to use a bigger model, which couldn't be run on your like local device, even with those new chips and so on, your local device can process this data, process your private data, remove all the privacy from there, do a roll-up, basically ask another model in that way, like upper one, pay for it, get results back, and give you like a report. And also scheduling possibilities, like you're scheduling something, working on your data regularly. So all those cases we were discussing during this AMA, and very good discussion, interesting. And in the same time, because it was with Subsquid, and Subsquid, we declared partnership with them, and it's all about data, and they decentralized data provider with verifiable data across EVM and non-EVM chains. So, and we right now starting the process of like integrating Subsquid SDK into our data warehouse. So all those sources would be available for AI processors and for all those Web3 automations. And basically you would see them in analytics as well, and like other products like Dex Guru and so on and so forth. And we were discussing it, how data how verifiable data is crucial for AI agents which are operating and giving you some results, because if data is skewed, then the results are skewed. It's kind of obvious. So very interesting discussion. It was yesterday. Before that, we had workshop with CrossFi Finance. CrossFi Finance, it's our partner. We provide a developers toolset for them. We've set up it 4 months ago. It consists of Scan, XFIMS, like Block Explorer, Data Warehouse, all this toolset, and they are launching hackathon in following weeks. And this was the first workshop for hackathon for their developers community. And we provide a developers toolset, and we planning like deploying, for example, orchestration node as well in there, and future developments. So some of those projects on CrossFi Hackathon could be built with use of our Guru framework, which we have in here. And that was the whole talk about like how to use our Block Explorer, how to verify smart contracts on CrossFi chain using this, how to use Data Warehouse to get APIs like for historical data if you need it in your app, and how to basically create visualizations you can embed everywhere. So this was the workshop, very technical, for start with a hackathon, like how to start hacking using Guru toolset, which is deployed on another chain. By the way, it's the same toolset we have on Guru network itself, and that's one of the reasons we actually decided to launch the network, because we were providing developers toolset to all other networks and working on this B2B, in this B2B kind of business development sales for a year and a half. And on the way where we figured out that subset of products which chains want to have as a developer's tool set to simplify the life of whoever building the dApps on the chain, because dApps is the main product of the any chain, because you're building ecosystem, and the main product of the ecosystem is basically ecosystem applications, and easier to build, more applications could be launched in there. That's the workshop. Yeah. Another partnership like that is with Telcoin. So Telcoin, it's another like B2B partner of ours, where we have Telscan.io as our Block Explorer. This is the same product, Warehouse, and the whole developers tool set in there. Defiant published an overview of what Guru Network is. Kind of interesting, and actually, yeah. And now we get into this week. What's actually we wanted to go through is, oh yeah, for the marketing, I wanted to show these pictures. Those are basically, it's too small. Yeah. Those are basically the numbers for the last 28 days. We added 15K of followers, like engagement rate. And this is interesting number, actually. And everything's green, engagement rate is lowering. And I was thinking on why engagement rate is lower. And actual answer is, this campaign, when we just started V2Dex Guru, and we just asked community to come on in and basically mint those NFTs and start using them, it was this campaign of mentions actively running, and that's when we actually got most of this collection filled in. And it basically in 2 days it filled into like 900 something, right? So and why those numbers are dropping right now? Because this is the statistics for 28 days, and now those days where this campaign was actually passing by in the statistics. So it means that if you launch in the product and if you want to use this mechanic of like NFT as service account and share and whatever it is, that works on engagement rate and socials pretty well. It just proves the point. Yeah, that's why I see that number is very interesting. Okay, what I wanted to go through as well. Do we have any questions, by the way?
No, at the moment we do not have any questions. I want to encourage everyone who has questions to fill them into the comments wherever you see us, on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter. You can put them right into replies, and we will answer them online.
Yep. So what we wanted to what we've been developing internally this week as well. We were developing new architecture of orchestration nodes and interoperability with CCIP protocol in mind, like Chainlink CCIP. It's the next step after we did this integration for. This stuff for this collection, like share for mint mechanism, which was powering up those mentions and stuff, it was done through Chainlink, like the orchestration and all the process happens on Guru network. Then this Guru network initiates the process on Base, because this is NFT collection on Base, to update Merkle root in this collection. So new wallet is added, which is basically shared on social. Shared on social this picture, and after this, and that happens through Chainlink functions. We did this integration. We did a use case study with it with Chainlink. It was published like a month ago, and now we working on next level. And it's CCIP, and CCIP, the difference with functions allowing you to send a message, basically, cross-chain message, and that's what functions are. CCIP allows to send tokens as well, so send value, which means that it allows all cross-chain kind of transactions and so on and so forth, so allowing for more use cases where we can place orchestration nodes on both sides, and orchestration nodes would be talking to each other through CCIP, and they could transfer the value as well, because the main purpose of Link token, for example, is creating liquid markets across all the chains, so they are native token for interoperability. And if we use that layer as a layer for interoperability for Guru network orchestration nodes, which are operating on Guru network as well as on other chains, on like Base, Ethereum, whatever it is. Everywhere we have orchestration node, and those nodes can exchange messages, like trigger different events in each BPMN process, like those processes we using everywhere. Like, let's just open like those processes. This is like a definition which is actually running on orchestration node, and they can send each other messages for sorry, where is it? Yeah. Messages and tokens. So any kind of any kind of use cases, like a bridging or not, like whatever it is, becomes possible. That's what we're talking about in here. And right now we are starting POC on this case because we wanna coming back to our like partnerships with other chains. Along with Block Explorer, along with Data Warehouse, we can deploy our orchestration node, which allows for all those cases, and it's part of the package. And then the main compute layer and data layer and the availability for it lays in Guru network, and they can talk to each other, pay to each other for results of some sub processes which are running themselves on Guru network. And that allows the whole subset of dApps and use cases like cross-chain DeFi operations, obvious, right? Decentralized AI computation which happens on Guru network, but results of it used like on other chains and in those processes which deployed in there. Interoperable dApps, right? Like for the dApps, like you wanna build a new bridge, use our orchestration nodes and Chainlink CCIP under them for building new bridge. Cross-chain smart wallet, that's an interesting thing. Like a smart wallet, which is operating on one chain but controlling all the assets on other chains and can automate stuff happening with them. And again, coming back to smart wallet, we see it as a place to run LLM agents as well, and with private access to your private data. Supply chain management, it's basically verification mechanism. And actually, Sergey Nazarov from Chainlink, he was talking about those AI cases in his talks on YouTube in regards of AI agents could be verifier to some extent, or of Oracle's information, or of like even other AI's information. So you can figure out and drop off like bias data using this. Cross-chain gaming, where assets from one chain, or if your game operates in multi-chain, it could operate like across different ecosystems. And all of this like with providing unified interface to build the dApp on top of it, which is basically Guru framework with those subsets of API coming from engine, which is orchestration node, contracts like available external workers, so all those snippets to basically build the dApp. So that's what enables it. We right now figuring out with I'm sharing it with Chainlink, and we figuring out how like just want to talk to their architects like in regards to this case, what they see, and maybe some other stuff. And then we would start some proof of concept project, and we would invite community to test it. We are talking with our B2B partners on it right now who want to start this flow, try deploy an orchestration node on them, and see, for example, on Hackathon we do, or on Hackathon they do, see what people could build in there besides the apps we would, like do the sample apps by ourselves. So that's the plan on it. Any questions, by the way?
No questions at the moment.
Okay.
I want to repeatedly encourage everyone to ask any questions in the comments and replies below. Back to you, Evgeny.
If you would think on it and would have any question later, you're more than welcome to leave them in our Discord, on Telegram, and everywhere where we're presented, and especially on X Guru Network. That's the place where we're looking on, like, even I'm when like what happened last week, and I can go through here and figure out what happened last week in Guru Network. So the best place to go. Yep. And it's booming, as I said. like with all those activities we started, with all those campaigns which were related to launch of V2 Dex Guru. And by the way, we have plans in following weeks to bring it to Dex Guru. We adding more functionality right now, and we bringing back functionality which we had on V1 Dex Guru gradually. So favorites would be enabled, profile from new kind of standpoint would be enabled in there. We are reshaping data analytics dashboards, which now coming from Warehouse, and everyone would be able to extend what they see in this Dex new Dex Guru with whatever dashboards they want to see there. So the launch of this product pumped, let's say, it pumped our followers and bring new kind of life to our community this much, and that's what this statistic shows. We have new launches upcoming, and that would be not like native Guru product. It would be first ecosystem product launching in following weeks. We closely working with the team as well, and yeah, we'll keep you posted. And now probably we can go through Ethereum ETL workshop, and again, you can go to it's actually fork, and our one is I would go through. Actually, I started it. I started the stream from explaining what it is, and I'll probably before the workshop I will just repeat if you don't mind. It's basically we published our indexation pipeline, which we're using to index the data across 180 dexes, across 18 chains. And this is basically the fork of Ethereum ETL, which you did like year and a half ago. And before that, we had proprietary indexer built on top of like a bunch of workers and RabbitMQ messaging. And then we decided like, if we want to extend to more chains, we need to use something unified, which is used by the industry, supported by Google, because Google contributes to it. But we would basically bring functionality from our initial indexer built in-house to here. And we forked it a year and a half or something ago, and then brought like all the pricing calculations, liquidity, dexes, balances, NFT transfers, ERC20 transfers to it, and now we open sourcing it as a core of our system for data warehouse, and inviting everyone to use. If you need an indexer with all the information about prices, dexes, and so on, here it is, and it's compatible with our data warehouse. So we are shaping the whole solutions there in the end, which would be available for everyone to use and build on top of. And we basically build an ecosystem, like a network on top of all those great products. Yeah, and now it would be a workshop for everyone who want to build and start building using the indexer.
Hi Gurus, and welcome to this tutorial on how to start an Ethereum ETL indexer. Ethereum ETL is a tool that helps you convert blockchain data into formats like CSVs and relational databases. Before we start, make sure you have Docker and Docker Compose installed. First, copy the env sample file. Rename it to .env. And set the chain ID, database, and provider URL variables according to your needs. By default, it's set to Ethereum. Make sure that the chain ID, database, and provider URL match your configuration. Next, we are ready to start indexing the Ethereum blockchain into ClickHouse. Just run the command Docker Compose up. ClickHouse needs some time for initializing and set up new database. Here we can see applying migrations. That means that everything goes well. And now, let's see what we have in the database. I use the built-in plugin from my IDE. We need to add just created database to see what's inside. We see a lot of tables for each entity type and a few service ones. Let's dive inside the blocks table. We see they're all attributes of Ethereum block, such as number, hashes, and roots. Now let's take a closer look at the environment variables. Database is the name of the database that will be created in ClickHouse. You can choose any name. Provider URL is the URL of your RPC provider, such as a public node, Infura, or a local node. Last sync block provider is the provider used to sync the last index block. It can be a local file, Redis, or an SQL database. Just use the needed prefix. By default, it's ClickHouse. Output is a comma-separated list of services for loading transformed data. You can find all possible outputs in the docs item exporters file. Export from ClickHouse is an optional variable. If set, the indexer will try to export entities from ClickHouse first, and if there is nothing, it will fall back on the node. This is very useful for getting already indexed tokens and pools, or if you have a few different indexers. Start block is the number of the block where indexing should start. It can be the latest block. You can also set the end block to index a specific range of blocks. If end block is not set, indexing will be endless. Entity types is a comma-separated list of entities to export. That's all you'll need to get started. Good luck and see you next time.
Great presentation prepared by Evgeny, our senior developer and core contributor, by the way. That's how you can start it. And at the same time, what's the main difference with our ETL pipeline from original ones is that all the different entities could be processed as a stream. So we organize in the stream using RabbitMQ queues, and if you need a real-time indexer, that's basically what you can use. But the easiest use case is what was presented, where you basically specifying the blocks, or latest actually would give you real-time indexing as well, but sometimes it's becoming too heavy, with all those prices calculations and everything to run on one machine, and that's where you need to organize it not on one machine in one container, or like you want to run it on multiple containers in Kubernetes as we do it. So you synchronizing all those blocks in one ETL pipeline using RabbitMQ, and that's one of the main differences from original ones. And we'll be publishing the links in the description to documentation, how to start if you need an indexer, and that's the next step. We will be publishing Warehouse and so on. And for V2 Dex Guru, it's built already on Guru framework, which we published in here, and that we see as a framework for any DApp. And doing those workshops, we educating the community and how to build the dApps, and more dApps, more adoption, and that we see as a main kind of point for every Web3 ecosystem, and then Web3 overall, honestly, and for AI as well. I believe like what was discussed during this AMA yesterday with Subsquid and AI Crowd is basically where is the place of the blockchain there, and we answering this question. We saying decentralized data availability, and all those things, and we by doing this, more people would trust the applications because they non-custodially storing the data, non-custodially doing transactions. Then it would increase adoption of AI in lots of the cases. What's coming? We actually today would be declaring a new webinar, and that would be a webinar with Bloomberg Crowd, because we have a version of Dex Guru in Bloomberg app portal, and everyone in Bloomberg, if you have a Bloomberg terminal For example, you can go in App Portal, go in digital assets categories there, and there are two options there right now. One is token terminal, and another one crypto charts by DexGuru. Crypto charts by DexGuru is basically what you see on V2 DexGuru, and we launched it in start of May, and on July 10th we're going to do a webinar and the news about it upcoming today within the Twitter. And there would be one webinar. It would be Crypto Charts 101. Basically, just a presentation of V2 DexGuru and so on, like how it runs on Bloomberg platform. And there are some special integrations there with Bloomberg terminal itself, like importing and exporting of the data, which is not there, for example, at web version. And that's the main point of actually having it in your terminal, because it integrates with ecosystem, and that's what Bloomberg terminal provides to people, right? Ecosystem, which is interconnected. So we'll have first webinar. It will be Crypto Charts 101 on July 10th, and second webinar on July 17th for deep dive in data analytics. We'll be going through the process of how to create new dashboards in version of Warehouse, which is deployed for users there, and create new dashboards and basically contribute to your own Crypto Charts app. Maybe someone would be interested from that crowd, analytics from asset managers and so on. That's their work, right? To create new things. And our work is to explain the toolset which we provide, and the toolset is rich. And on every platform, where we present it. If we working on Bloomberg application portal, we're doing webinars there. We providing block explorers and data warehouse to our blockchain partners, like here CrossFi. We doing webinars about our products, how to use it, how to develop using them with them. So yeah, it just continuing the same kind of flow. Do we have any questions so far? Not even about markets, our favorite question, right? What markets are saying, actually? Markets are saying that markets are tough. Yeah, and overall, 24 hours. It's kind of uncertainty right now, and everyone in that fear mode, and there is no volume right now. So basically, yeah, it's also the markets. Markets are markets, but our answer to it, we're here for bigger idea. We have multiple ecosystems to tackle. And we have real services running on top of it already, which we developing, evolving, providing new value. We worked for quite some time on B2B side of things, like for last year and a half. And now we basically starting this Guru network out of what we've developed in there, providing this great developers toolset and polishing it is our main kind of goal, especially that we declare and we launch in the mainnet in September. So yeah, those are the news, and that's what I wanted to cover today. If anything, follow us, X-Guru Network on X. Maybe we would close with some. Actually, what's interesting, we're also working on actively right now is our new. Not new. It's our chat feature for data analytics dashboards. So why I said not new, because we had that feature in our block explorers. We were deploying like for other chains, that people who's looking at the dashboard have a chat window there with ChatGPT with the context of blockchain data and this dashboard in particular, so you can do your own research using GPT assistant. We have that feature in there. we brought it to V2 Dex Guru and dashboards, which presented in there this week, and we switched it to working with our new infrastructure. So under the hood, it's not like API or something. It's like server with GPU. And right now we're testing it and see how it works. And we have new feature set coming, and probably we can cover it in upcoming video. We did a teaser of that feature set where doing your own research on Dex Guru product or in Block Explorer, in whatever analytics product we have, you can have the same threads across all of them, and you can drop down context from and back and forth, and basically have threads merged. And that's the idea of the chat feature we are developing. And again, we're developing with decentralization in mind, that in future, in this chat, you would be able to store the context and have it running on your own smart wallet or something. So this is like the process we're starting. It's like MVP of it. MVP, like proof of concept, already available at V2 Dex Guru in any analytic dashboard, but more coming on that front. Yeah, good. We had it somewhere here. I just hadn't went through it. But anyway, we have the whole teaser right now about those chatbot feature. You're muted.
Sorry, we can put it on right now.
Cool. Yep, that's what's coming in there. Probably we need to put it somewhere already in an article or something with screenshots, not screenshots, with mockups from Figma and everything. Besides that, I would say new partnerships coming, and next week I'm planning on being on ETHCC. So if anyone from the community in there, ping me. Would be more than happy to see you. And in there, there are some meetings planned on partnership side of things, and there will be more partnership news upcoming. Okay, what else? Do we have any questions? We have 140 viewers, listeners across. Again. Yeah, meet Evgeny at ETHCC 8-11 July. Okay, thank you. You've been muted again, so I hadn't heard if you have any questions or not.
Sorry again, we do not have any questions. It's probably because presentation was, as always, very comprehensive.
Yeah. If you at least, guys, if you need some shorter kind of presentations, or don't go so deep, just put it in there. I would stop. But it was mostly about tech, and we can talk about tech like days. That's what we do. And that's our main focus: building stuff to bring utility, to bring services, to bring new applications, building and new releases coming, and we'll have another application, not Guru native one, releasing on Guru Network soon. We'll keep you posted. There would be incentives there, by the way, for everyone who's interested in it. So, yep. Let's close it. It would be it.
Thank you, Evgeny. Let's wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, for attending. We very much appreciate your support and participation.
Thanks for your time, and see you next time.
We will see you around.